Well, good morning, Southern Latitudes family. Oh my gosh. So, I'm not going to put the camera on me. I have been gone out of town for 6 days. This is the 6th day, actually, so 5 days. I have not seen my garden, my yard, my dog, my husband, kids, for a while. But this is a garden video, so we'll just keep it on garden. And these are my first impressions. And we had a near freeze again. For sure, I know we went to 34 with the wind, but I don't know what the second day was. So we covered one thing when I left, and that was strawberries. We left everything else to, whatever the elements brought. Sorry, I am super sinusy. We have head colds going on in the house, and then I think this is just sinus. I'm just kind of messed up. Wow, everything looks huge to me. The radishes look huge. The weeds are everywhere. The lettuce is starting to bolt. Look at that. I'm getting lettuce blooms and then eventually seeds. The tomatoes were uncovered. They're dying. Celery looks okay. I think this pineapple looks like it's getting lighter. That's my first impression, anyhow. Wow. That'll be good. We can get in here, clear out all the weeds, but I bet we can pull a lot of stuff too. A lot of those radishes and maybe even the tomatoes. I think we're going to do that. I have not seen my seedlings, my 300 tomato seedlings or any of my brassica seedlings. I haven't seen any of that. And I don't know where Jack put it. Oh, here. He said he watered them, but then I guess he put them over here. Okay. Oh, they're stretching. Look at them stretching this way towards they need light. He didn't know. But they're moist, so everything is really good there. We might not have had the temperatures needed to germinate those tomatoes. So we'll change all that today. I'm back. I'm here. All is well. The tiger coloreds. Oh, they're just starting to pop. Okay. Okay. And what was this? The red express cabbage. Just starting to pop there too. That's very normal for red cabbage to behave different than green cabbage. Well, let's keep moving. Look at the kohlrabi. Looks so huge. And the Swiss chard looking so good. Really, really good. Let's see, the apple looks starting to put a little bit of something on top. Not really leaf yet. Interesting. Oh my goodness, okay, we must not have had actual freeze. There's slight damage on this volunteer. I think this is a hybrid of probably an Everglades mixed with a Campari or something. Those are huge, massive Everglades, but they're small for a Campari. I don't know what that is. These are not, Everglades have a certain type of leaf, and these are full-size leaves, like full-size tomato leaves. Oh, I see, they were close to frost, but it survived, and this was uncovered. The zinnias look beautiful down there. The peas look happy. Probably oh, did a bird get in there? That's definitely bird pecking. Ugh. But that's okay. That's all right. Goodness. Everything looks like it needs a good drink. I don't believe there was any rain the whole time I was gone. Bok choy looks so full. We got to start eating some vegetables. Make some stock or cook that down. Oh. That's right, Buddy reminded me. I forgot to drop the camera to the ground and show you. Look at these onions. That's crazy. Can you see that? Oh my gosh. These were always starting to bulb too soon. I don't know what's up with this. Let's see if we got any kohlrabi bottoms. Do we have any bulbing? Not really. Huh. Beautiful leaves though. This is the purple Vienna. Huh. Look at the Swiss chard. There's not a hole in them. Oh, that's beautiful. If Lulu Bunny was here, she would just benefit. See, this was kind of rainbow, so there's a pink one. There's, well, actually that's orangey, that's pink. This is yellow. Looks so good. Looks so good. Everything in here in Salsa Garden looks great. Let's go check out, because we were having blooms on some of the fruit trees here at the end. Oh, kale. I have some kale right there. That's a little curry tree. And chaya. And this is, I don't think this is going to make it, but this was physics nut. It's my tropical sweet peach, and yes, it wants to bloom. This must be early bloomer. This side already had blooms. Look at that. I might have set fruit right there. We'll see if those hang on there. Nothing much yet from the avocado. Black sapote looks good. This thing just rocks on its own completely. It's awesome. I had two little katuks in the ground, and they lost some leaves with, it's hard for you to see them, but I know they're right where these metal pieces are. They lost their leaves during the cold, but they'll probably come back. And I had some blooms here on my nectarine. I'm just pausing to take a good look at it. So anyhow, nothing. Didn't look like we set fruit or had any more movement of growth. We're blooming. Looks good. Everything looks normal. When I left, we had a couple black mulberries, and there they are. I'm surprised the birds didn't get them. It's okay if the birds got them. There really wasn't much. This is my new papyrus plant. So it's just sort of a novelty thing. I don't know where I'm putting it, but that's where I set it. I haven't babied it at all. We still got all that clean out to do. My bay laurel. Boy, I used that in some black beans last week. The bay laurel tastes so much more fresher than the store version. You can really taste the seasoning. Okay, this is grimachami. Okay, so we're starting to see, it's starting to look like there's going to be a spring push here soon. It's just starting to show signs of that. No blooms on the Meyer lemon. Oh, this fooled me for a second. You're not blooms. Okay. Oh, I've got my work cut out for me. I always do. The Piper Nigem. Oh well. I think we must not have actually gone down to frost or below frost, because things look pretty much like the way I left them. Pretty good. The mints. Oh, I bet they're thirsty. Oh, everything's got to be thirsty. Yeah, even so, when you see yellowing like this on your starfruit, it's probably thirsty too. I'll have to run a hose out here. We just haven't had, we're in our dry season. We haven't had the rain. Look at this side of the tree is really blooming. I think it's happier than the other side. Like a dominant side. Look at the flowers. That's so pretty. This is my ruby red grapefruit. These were the first blooms. No, I'm sorry. These would be the first blooms. Look at this one's pollinated for sure. I don't know about that one. I can tell dark green is a good sign. This one looks like, yeah, it's coming off. These two, these three will all probably come off. Looking so good. Look at how full the Turk's cap is. Again, filling up the whole corner. I never did pull out turmeric or the ginger. I don't even know where it is now. Oh my gosh, it's in there, and the leaves have died, so now I'm not sure where it is. Again, you know, same story. Got to get in these beds. But, you know, had to be where I had to be. Rose looks really good, putting on new leaves. More turmeric. These I know where they are. Miracle Fruit looks great. Looks great. It's got a lot of new growth. Has a lot of new growth, so you can see all that. These are actually some weeds from my front yard, but I know they're drought tolerant and I know they're ground cover, so I pulled them. This one's got a purple bloom and this one's got a beautiful yellow bloom. It's about to bloom probably tomorrow. And whatever they are, they're very nice, and I want to do some research, so I saved them from any further lawn mowing. Bromeliad. All right, Bud wants to see what's out front. Oh, let's check the mushroom logs before we go out front. Okay, no mushrooms yet. I have determined that these two here and the two on the end, it's been over 9 months. We should be very close to seeing mushrooms. These are probably more like 5 or 6 months old. So we'll be getting there. We'll be getting there. I just like to look after those cold snaps. This is the mango. Look at the beautiful spring growth in it. Ooh. Pickering mango, and I really wanted to get it in the ground. I was thinking of putting it in here once everything is removed, so maybe we should make that our first thing on the priority list. Oh my gosh, I don't want it to spend another season in here. It probably could, but I do want to just get it in the ground, and it's still nice and cool. We haven't rained, but I'll have to water it regardless of when I do it, and it can then really just take off. I would love that. Let's look how our buried treasure strawberries are. Doing pretty good. I must have had a container, when I put dirt out here, I had a container with cilantro in it, and it germinated. That's so funny. And then I have the other, what variety was this? Ever-bearing strawberries in here. They look kind of small and puny, not really, maybe they need just slightly warmer temps. There was 6 of them in here. I bought 5 and one jumped with a runner, and so I put a runner in over here. So I really have, oh, here it is. See, here's the original. Oh, maybe I have 7 then. Hold on. Can't hardly see that, can you? So this was the original, and it had a runner to here, and I just let it jump. There. Can you see it better now? More cilantro. These blueberries are starting to wake up. I gotta get them. Oh gosh, y'all, I got so much work. I gotta give the guava a good looking over, because I should be, you know, in the next month, start seeing signs of blooms. This is the Mexican cream guava. This is pineapple guava, still very young, but I put them next to each other so they can, you know, cross-pollinate. I think they like a friend nearby, either of the same variety or different variety. And pineapple can be very fussy. Well, one lady I saw said pineapple can be very fussy. It has to be much older. Mine is still kind of young. I'm thinking mine's only like 3 years old. And I think sometimes you have to wait to 7 years old, up to 7, for them to start blooming. But I put it next to another one, so hopefully when the bees, you know, everybody's blooming and the bees are out here, they'll cross. And that's okay, because I'm not going to use their fruit and the seeds. But that should give me more fruit. All right, last but not least, we are in the north garden right now. I had a friend that one of my girlfriends, you know, that came over and did the seeding. We had a seeding party. She got some of my extra brassica babies. She already had huge and beautiful heads and ate them. So she had one of the Godzilla broccoli and one of the twister cauliflower yesterday. And I was like, doggone. So mine definitely need more sun. Hers were in full sun. But it is what it is until we get a tree trimmer out here. So everything looks pretty good. I see some folding over, like we're gonna make heads really soon. So that's good for my cauliflower. Cabbages are just slow, but they're there. They're in the game still. I don't see any broccoli heads. That's all right. What is this? Oh, this is the other variety. This is snow crown cauliflower. That's awesome. Okay. Peas look good, but on their way out, I never did pick any. I gotta get a bucket and pick them. We ate some by hand the other week. Now, I guess I could say. Look at this. This is about ready. This should be picked. Oh, there's a bunch that should be picked. Look at them all. Oh, my bad, my bad. I left them out here. And the collards, look. Boom. Even the tiny ones that I transplanted out look great. Buddy hasn't been out here to trample anything either. This one looks great. Nasturtiums, woo, magnificent. Oh, look at the blooms on them. I hope you could see that. Carrots. Oh, we'll pick some carrots here in a little while. I think I need to make some food. Oh, the house has got tons of food. Let's just pick one for you guys. Come on. This way down in there. Come on. Oh, looking good. Looking good. So a whole nother week's worth of growth, really. I would say they grew like another ½ inch or more. Plus they're getting thicker. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. And of course they're all at different stages, really. So that's awesome. Okay, we got a little bit of battery left. Let's keep going. The butterfly pea still got to come down. Look at that. Oh, it'll be so good to just come hang out here. It's still nice and cool, like in the 50s or 60s. Now this was all sowed right before I left. And things are looking fabulous. I'll just kind of go through varieties real quick. So, or not really varieties, but so lettuce, another lettuce right in here. This is an entire row right here, mustard greens, and it goes all the way down. Giant red Japanese mustard greens. Celery is small but looking good. Look at how it's coming along, real nice. They get a little bit more sun here on this side of the garden. These are some overwintered mustard greens. Actually, I should pick a bunch of those for the girls. I had Danvers half-long or Danvers half-long with a number carrots. I have a few. Those were really old seed. So I had some pop in there. I'm going to water this garden when I get back to the nozzles. I have a row of borage right there. Looking good. This right here is Kuroda carrots. The carrots over there were Hercules carrots. This is red Russian kale. I did lose some. I think that was more or less a buddy thing, stepping on them. I said the borage. Okay. I have a few, not many, of the leeks are popping up. They're very hard to see, but they're in there. And I have a couple right in there. Wake up my screen there. Okay, right in there. There's one. So they're kind of there. Not great, but kind of there. Cilantro. See, now half, 1, 2 full ones. Looking great. This is dill. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have so much dill. It's going to be ridiculous. The parsley never popped up. Disappointing, but that's really old seed, you know. Then I have spinach right here. This is the red tabby spinach. Yeah, looks like something was in here chewing on it. You see? It'll still recover, but it'll be delayed compared to the original ones that had no damage. Something came through and was eating those. Probably snail. I have a lot of snail slug, you know, little slimy things eating this, lizards that eat good stuff in here. But I spent, other than I bought the red tabby seed, the borage seed was 2, 3, 4 years old. and the kale seed, but everything else was just like collected seed over the years. And the zinnias too, but we'll have to replant that for spring. But anyhow, so look how amazing, for pretty much for free. This whole garden's for free. Here's the baby katuk that got hit during the frost and freezes during Christmas weekend. And as you can see, it lost its main leaves. If you can see that, it lost its main leaves, but it is coming out with new growth. It's not completely dead. So that'll happen with the katuk that are in the back. And I have ciso spinach there, weeds, dandelion weeds. If I was desperate, I could eat them. This is Chief Kubo's edible leaf hibiscus spinach, or it's got a couple names. Looking really good with new growth. You mostly don't want to eat these big long leaves. You want to eat the interior soft leaves, and it's pretty good. Probably boiled is better, but I didn't suffer any ill effects eating it raw. There's more ciso in here. It's got a little bit of bug damage or frost damage. This did not get covered. The Mexican shrimp plant has found its new happy home, and oh my gosh, so I'm gonna have to give it a trim back. When they find the right elements, it was not happy in the front yard or the other spot in the backyard, but it loves the shade. And so now I can't stop it. This is Jack's shed in the boat barn back there. We lost every bit of the coleus. So this bed needs a good cleaning out. I might have lost this big summerific hibiscus. We'll see if it comes back. It might be alive, just like, you know, kind of doing the winter thing. Really loves the heat. And it didn't love full sun like I thought it did, which is why it's been moved a couple times. Well, the pot was, and then I sunk it, and actually I sunk it in the ground over there, and then we decided to put, this was a gift banana, so we decided to put that banana there, and then to keep the bananas kind of together like a banana pit or ring. And then I moved the hibiscus back out here for just a tiny bit more sun than it was getting. Just a few feet over there, that's really shaded. We'll see if that comes back. There's another fig, but anyhow, the coleus is gone, unfortunately. We'll have to start again. One plant made about, 10 babies. That was really nice. And it's time to pull vines off the tree again. And I think I'm going to move, this is yellow alamanda, the vine version, and I think I'm going to move this to a new location. We'll do that before it gets going. There's really not a lot of dirt between these big major roots for it to grab and create its own root system. It's been struggling there. It just doesn't like it. So, okay, you guys, there is the first impressions of everything, and I definitely need to get some breakfast in me and then tend to my poor little seedlings. We're gonna have, I think, 70 or 80 degrees today, and that'll be perfect for popping those tomatoes. I really thought we might see 1, 2, or 3, but Jack did. First of all, they had to go in the garage to survive the frost, but now that they're out, they're just not seeing enough warmth in this boat barn. But look, he didn't do any damage. It'll all still popping. It's just in hibernation. This is the last first impression. Jack straightened up my tree for me. Oh, I know this is not a permanent solution, but he couldn't find the peg that I put out, most likely. So he at least put it to the fence, the 4x4. Good, it's straight again. Okay, and then we'll fix it. I have these ground pegs. I have a third one, so when yeah, we'll fix it. We'll get it done, but at least it's straight again. This poor Barbados went through such a hellacious hurricane season. Oh my word. Oh, poor thing. Got bent one direction and the next hurricane the opposite direction. Its roots have got to be so weakened, but it's gonna survive. So you guys take care, God bless, and have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow, most likely.